interrogation.
Nigga locked him in a suitcase? The suitcase, my nigga? How he breathe? How you even fit a nigga in a suitcase like that?
To determine if she was
we back, nigga, with some more crime videos. I know y'all fuck with the crime videos. We all fuck with the crime videos. Hey, we trying to see some niggas. Hey, we trying to see some niggas get locked up for the right reason. Corona.
Karens usually think they're immune to consequences, but what happens when these same entitled Karens get arrested? These are three of the most shocking and satisfying examples of when evil Karens realize they've been arrested.
Straight up.
Starting with Sarah Boone, who was accused of killing her husband Jorge by locking him in a suitcase and leaving him to die.
What the fuck?
Sarah was quickly brought in for interrogation.
Nigga locked him in a suitcase? The suitcase, my nigga? How he breathe? How you even fit a nigga in a suitcase like that?
To determine if she was really as evil as they
that's crazy, bro.
So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. You could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a hand on him.
Okay. What about the scratches?
Are they talking about the nigga they put in a suitcase?
Sex?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on like the back of his neck. Like kind of like going, but it's like going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from. In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
Cap.
That's why, like,
you wouldn't be in the interrogation room.
Asked me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mhm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is.
Yesterday.
That's so cap. You don't talking about I just scratched my husband back. Yeah, you scratched that motherfucker with a knife. They talking about you dumped a nigga in a suitcase. Hell nah.
Yesterday, when we took
how you dump him in a suitcase?
Of his overall body, and they did the buccal swabs, did they go under your fingernails?
No.
Okay. Are you willing to let us
Absolutely.
swab underneath your fingernails?
Go for it.
Okay.
It seems like an odd request to ask if they can swab underneath Sarah's fingernails, but it could actually go a long way in determining how Jorge got these injuries.
Bro, he looked like... Never mind. RP.
Since the injuries were fresh, it's a strong possibility that forensics could find dried blood or skin cells underneath Sarah's fingernails, which would put her dead to rights. But unfortunately for Sarah, they have some other evidence that took a lot less effort to find.
You killed that
man. Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
Man, she killed that man. That's sad as hell. She stuffed the nigga in a suitcase. Bro. Suitcase is crazy.
That's you.
The video showed Jorge in the suitcase begging to be let out while Sarah taunted him from the outside. The police couldn't have asked for a better piece of evidence, especially as it came directly from Sarah's own phone.
So this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
it was flipped up.
Right. It was flipped up normal.
Yeah.
Like,
how do you even get stuffed in a suitcase? Did she like get a knife and like torture this nigga before? Cause no grown ass man is letting you put him in a suitcase. I'm telling you that right now. I don't care how strong you are. You could be goddamn China, my nigga. We is not letting you stuff, like, you not stuffing me in no suitcase. That's crazy as hell.
It was delivered only to show some amount of concern to the cops.
I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to like feed me. Like,
no, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch.
Nigga, you're in the interrogation room. What you mean? They whole job is to feed you, my nigga. They trying to get the answers out of you. That's their whole job. That's the whole purpose why you even in the interrogation room. You killed your husband, gang.
Because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
Well, I know what.
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
Yes, you do.
No.
Why don't you remember making the video?
Probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
No.
Sarah is desperately trying to explain this video away.
You caught her ass in the lie.
But do you really?
They caught her ass, y'all. They caught her ass.
I don't know about Snapchat ads.
She did, bro. You can't be lying about no
But in doing so, essentially admits that it is her recording and that she left him alone in the suitcase afterwards. Given that Jorge died from her neglect, this at least constitutes a manslaughter charge. But she's really not doing the best job of convincing the detectives that this was an accident.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not zipping it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the suitcase.
What was your plan?
waiting for him to come upstairs.
How's he gonna come upstairs? Oh, yeah. We got a slow one, y'all. We got a slow one. How's he gonna come upstairs if he's in a suitcase? No matter if you zip it a little bit, where he got a little brief hole, he still can't. Well, nah. How he gonna come to you when he in the suitcase? That's what I'm trying to say. How he gonna come to you in the suitcase? And you capping. You did not leave no little breather, but she zipped that bitch all the way up. Where she got the rolling suitcase. Where you roll and you go to the airport with, like, that nigga was zipped. Straight up, he was zipped.
And when he did it?
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30
Murderer.
minutes, somebody not coming up.
Lock her ass up.
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him. Maybe I shouldn't.
No.
But that didn't cross your mind because
That's
it didn't happen.
that's like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just,
We're asking.
it's the drinking.
Sarah spends almost 2 hours in total desperately trying to manipulate the detectives and explain away the damning evidence the detectives have shown her. But ultimately, the detectives remain completely unfazed, and they decide that they've heard enough.
Do you promise and swear that everything we've talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, but it was not intentional.
She going to jail, bro.
Okay.
Alright, do me a favor, stand up,
Why is this happening?
because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
That's fucked up. This nigga said, she said, oh, I didn't kill, I killed him by accident. This nigga said, he's still dead. I mean, he got a point though. He got a
So
point.
call Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call.
Oh yeah, you will. You get one phone call,
Why is this happening?
1 hour out population,
No.
23 in that motherfucking
Your
cell.
response to
Stuff
everything
that nigga in a
was,
suitcase.
basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
Doesn't matter. He's still dead.
Bruh, she built like she smoked cigarettes like 8 times a day. Like, I'm not talking about 8 I'm talking about 8 packs of cigarettes. She said, bow, 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 bow. Every 5 minutes, bow, bow, bow. She got that fucking cancer stick on her. I'm telling you, she the one, bro. She is the one, bro. Don't she not look like she smoked cigarettes? Look at her. Do she not look, bro, she got a lean good. How she get out? We know she ain't drinking lean. She got a lean good.
Sarah was charged with second-degree murder and is facing life in prison.
Oh!
As this video's upload,
They
the
thought-
trial is still ongoing. But that's nothing compared to what the cops
no,
had
I got
to
the
do with
bush
Sean
out there,
Malarkey, a 45-year-old woman who was arrested for domestic violence after she allegedly hit her ex-husband with a car.
Oh!
However, when
See, those are crazy, hey, those are crazy. Hey, that's her name, Karen. Bro, her name. I'm not making this up. Her name is Karen Malarkey. Dawg, she has Karen in her name. What you
the
expect?
cop approaches to take her into custody, things go south immediately.
She had a disadvantage at birth.
Ma'am, step out.
Excuse me.
Step out.
Excuse me.
Step out.
Get your hands off of me.
Step out of the car right now.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
Malarkey's behavior is erratic and her tones aggressive from the off. Her children are in the backseat of the car, but this doesn't seem to affect how
She
she
got
handles the
children?
encounter, and things only
like a
get
nigga.
worse.
I will tase you if you don't get out of the car.
You better take your hands off of me right now.
I told you you're under arrest. Get out of the car.
Why?
Because you have a warrant.
I just sent a message and I am... Excuse me.
Get out of the car right now.
No. Did somebody say that you could come into our house?
Asking the cops who gave them permission to enter the property is a common tactic in situations like this one. But for the suspects, the reality is that the police are well within their rights to enter property uninvited so long as they have a warrant. With a second officer's assistance, Malarkey is removed from her car and cuffed. However, this is where things get even worse.
No, I didn't.
Andy asked you to get out.
Excuse me?
Andy asked you to get out of the car.
No, Andy yanked me.
I yanked you because I told you you're under arrest.
Crazy, bruh. She supposedly hit her nigga with a car while she has kids. She has kids doing that shit. I don't respect that. Like, I understand there's single moms out there going through a lot, stressing, and they got like 3 kids. I respect that shit. At least they raising their kids. Even though they probably don't even want to, they still raising their kids. They still in their kids' life. And they not out here trying to goddamn catch bodies at 45 years old with 3 kids. Like, come on now. That means your kids probably goddamn at least almost 10. Almost 10 at least, if not over 10. If not over 10. That shit crazy.
You refuse to exit your vehicle.
Are you gonna stand up and be cooperative?
Are you gonna understand that my attorney has filed a motion to quash this?
We're going out here, this way.
To quash
Your
this.
attorney is not
You hit us, you do anything stupid towards us, we're any charges on. If you hit us, or anything, let's go.
She look like a
You've already
tennis lady.
hit me.
She like she
I
play
didn't
tennis
hit
for a
you,
living.
I asked you out of the car and
It's crazy, bro. They be crazy as hell.
told you under arrest. Now you got a whole show for your neighbors here.
Even restrained, Malarkey's attitude does not change at all. The cop then smells alcohol on her breath, which may explain some of the bizarre behavior.
You are a shitty f***ing human being. You throw somebody down and
Oh, he the shitty human being.
What the f*** is wrong
Sit
with
down! I told
you? You piece of shit.
The devil's inside of her.
You are the piece of dirt.
Take her ass to church.
You were on fire.
I smell an odor of alcohol on your breath.
You can smell the demons coming out her mouth.
That's your
That bitch a demon.
She defies the officer's orders and tries to leave the vehicle, then makes a point to single out the cop who initiated the arrest.
phone on.
Get your f***ing hands off me.
We see situations like this often, where a suspect will target one member of law enforcement and use them as a scapegoat. This is typically followed by legal threats, so they're likely targeting the officer they feel they could best build the strongest case against. However, this wouldn't work all too well.
Get your f***ing hands off me.
Cool out. If you keep resisting,
Get your
charge you with that. If
You know what? I'm gonna charge you with putting your f***ing dirty ass hands on me.
stop moving, let him take off your watch.
Malarkey then goes on to make violent threats to the officers. Pay attention to how quickly she tries to change the conversation after her most
You look like your name, goddamn Christian, goddamn Colin. You look like you like your name, goddamn Alex. Like, what's up? Like, you look like yeah, like that's the type of relationship we got with your ass. Your ass don't get no types of respect as a mother. Real shit. Over here killing niggas, hitting them with cars and shit. Come on, man. Yeah, I think she just get. Oh yeah, that's no after this bitch. Yeah, I think that's good, bro. I want to see how much she get booked for.
child passenger. Soon after this arrest, she was also charged with endangering the life or health of a child and violation of a bail bond, and received a misdemeanor charge for resisting or obstructing an officer. The suspect in our next case was not.
Yeah, she got off. She got off a light one. Hold up. Wait, did they say this motherfucker hit her? I don't know. That's the end of the video, though. That's the end of the video. Almost at 3K. Turn them notice on, you feel me? Be a real one. Be like, hey, I was here watching JEWINTRODOX at 3K. Be a real one, man. Long live D. Out this bitch.